Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be doing our WrestleMania 42 predictions way too far in advance. I'm really excited to get into this one because things have changed dramatically in the WWE. I did do this after WrestleMania 41. I'm doing it now after SummerSlam, and I'm going to do it again after the Royal Rumble, and then we'll see where we fit before WrestleMania 42, how close I was and how far I was and all that good stuff. Also, before we continue, there is a link tree in the description box. I would appreciate if you just clicked it. All the links to all the stuff is there. If you want UFC gear, MLB, NBA, NFL, WWE, we're affiliates with all of them. Just click the link, shop your merch, support this podcast. I truly appreciate it. All right, let's get right into it. So I made predictions after WrestleMania 41, and only 3 have stayed the same. I've changed the other 7. So let's get right into it. I predicted Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill versus Naomi for the WWE Women's title. Things have changed because now Naomi is the World Heavyweight Champion. She cashed in and won that one. She's not on SmackDown, and Bianca was hurt for a while. So I still got Bianca versus Jade for the WWE Women's title. I'm going to keep that the same. Naomi's just not going to be a part of it. And also, we don't know what's going to happen with the state of Naomi's career until tomorrow at Raw. She's going to address the current state of the Women's Heavyweight Championship. So hopefully she's okay, nothing serious. If she is, people are saying that she might be pregnant online. If she is, congratulations. If she's not, I don't know anything. I'm sorry. I do think Bianca versus Jade will be a good main event worthy match at WrestleMania 42, especially for the WWE Women's title. I still think there's a lot more there to explore. I'm just undecided who would be the champion going into it. Will Jade dethrone Tiffany before that? Will Bianca somehow take it away from Tiffany before that? I don't know, but I think that the strong match would be Bianca versus Jade. I don't think Tiffany needs to be champion much longer. She's been very stale anyway, so I don't have her going into this match at all. So Bianca versus Jade, WWE Women's title. Another match that stayed the same. Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. They put on a banger twice. We still don't have a decided winner due to other things, which is great. I don't want them to give that away too soon. This would be a solid match. This could actually open night one and have the crowd really into the event. They do very good work, such good in-ring work. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think that is the way we should go. Stephanie should win it at Clash in Paris and then take it to Mania, and her and Io Sky, they already have history. It'll be good to see them go at it. I got Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky for the Women's World Heavyweight title. Another one that stayed the same, I know everyone says Rhea Ripley stays in the main event scene, which she belongs there, but her versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship would feed families that night because that would be a great match. It'd be a great feud. It would be awesome. You already got the baby face and the heel. It's not like a baby face versus baby face, right? So Rhea Ripley, all she has to do is get into a feud with Becky and just say, I'm going to take your title. She don't have to necessarily pull a Sami Zayn and say, well, I don't want the world title now. I want the U.S. title. You know, she don't have to do that. So I do think that will be a great match. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title. And Becky Lynch has already added so much prestige to this title with her heel work and this run that it wouldn't be out of place for like a Rhea Ripley to fight for it. I think that it's a good fit, and that's what I'm going with. Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Intercontinental Championship. I also had Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. This was barring if Ilya Dragunov came back from injury or not, what he'd be doing. With the whole Vision thing that's going on, I kind of want Ilya Dragunov to join the Vision. I think that would be great. He's never really been a heel in my recollection of things. He's always been a babyface. So let's make him a heel and join Seth's faction and, you know, get him up to that main event tier with the people he'd be working with. So I don't have him versus Gunther. Instead, let's change it. Brock Lesnar's back. Brock Lesnar has come back. He might still be around for Mania, depending what happens with the allegations. I don't know if he's cleared yet or not. It's not, you know, known to us, but that's a dream match. Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. So you might as well do it. Brock is here now. Gunther, I don't know what he'd be doing at Mania per se, whether going after a title or not. So just have him go with Brock Lesnar and just have that be a feud. It'd be a good feud. So Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. I also had Finn Balor versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title, and this was saying if Finn Balor went to SmackDown and get away from Judgment Day, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to stay on Raw. I would like to see him get away from Judgment Day with Roxanne Perez. They could be together. And instead, he should take the Intercontinental Championship off of Dominic Mysterio. And your WrestleMania match will be Finn Balor versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. I was going to go with Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn has recently joined SmackDown for no rhyme or reason. And Dominic Mysterio, I have other plans for him, so we're going to go Finn Balor versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. I had Bronson Reed versus Rusev in just a monster match, and I thought that would be a very good match to just have on the show. I have other plans for Bronson Reed as well now. And Rusev I don't have on the card right now. So let's just replace it all together with a retirement match. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Rey's final match. He doesn't have much left in the tank. He's just going to be coming back from an injury anyway. And he's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't need to do anything else. He just spins his wheels with the LWO anyway. Have the retirement match, do it against your son. That would be the best case for Rey, to end his career with his son. That would be the icing on the cake for his whole career. So let's do Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio in a retirement match. And also I had to put a place for Jacob Fatu since he's no longer against Finn Balor for the U.S. title. I still think he takes the U.S. title back and he feuds with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Solo's not doing much with the title anyway. He's being booked poorly, and this is all on WWE anyway. WWE booked a 6-man tag team match for Friday Night SmackDown, and it was Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu versus the MFTs. Why was Solo in the match to begin with? You have 4 people. You could have the other 3 go in and do the match. Solo could have been outside. He's the champion. You got to protect him. So not only did they put him in the match, he took the pin for the second time from Sami Zayn. That is no way to build anything on this U.S. title and add any prestige to it. So it's floor level right now. I am not excited for the title at all. Put it back on Jacob. Have him move away from the MFT situation. Maybe have the MFTs go battle the Wyatt 6 at WrestleMania leading up to that. But get Jacob Fatu away from them into other stuff. Him versus Drew McIntyre would be a really good feud for the U.S. title, and that would build the title back up to where it needs to be. This one's going to be a 2-for-1 special because I have to go over 2 matches that I predicted previously that have now become 1 match and a half. We'll get to that. I had Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens because I said just run it back because they were supposed to do it at this year's Mania. They can do it next year. Looks like Kevin Owens at the best case scenario won't be back anytime soon. So had to find another spot for Randy Orton. So let's take Randy Orton and hold him right over on this side of the board here. I also had Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE title, which would be a great match, but I think things have changed in my head and in the dynamic of things. I thought CM Punk was going to be far away from Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre by now, and he's very much involved. So let us remove CM Punk from that equation, and let's take Randy Orton back into this equation and make Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. That has the writings on the wall to be one of the best main events that we've seen in a long time. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. The thing is, who's going to be the heel? I think Cody Rhodes should be the heel going into it. I think that would be awesome. Does Randy just become a heel again? He's been a heel plenty of times in his career, so it'll be interesting. But I do think Cody Rhodes will be the heel. I think he'll be champion going into it. And let's do it. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE title at WrestleMania 42. I also had Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. And this is one of those things I have to take Roman Reigns out of the equation, set him to the side. And Braun Breaker, since I also took Bronson Reed out of the Rusev match earlier, we're going to have Braun and Braun security now that they have become this force since the last video I made. And they're going to go against the reuniting Usos. I have Jay and Jimmy versus Braun and Braun for the World Tag Team Championship. That Tag Team Championship is in the mud. It is trash. No one cares. It needs to be prestigious again. You need to just have Braun and Braun win it soon. Maybe at War Games. the next PLE after Clash in Paris. Have them win the titles and just dominate all the way to WrestleMania, and have the Usos challenge for it. It'd be good. Jey Uso needs something else to do. I think just put him back with his brother Jimmy and have a really good tag team match against Braun and Braun Security for the tag team championship. So that's what we'll do. Braun and Braun versus the Usos for the World Tag Team Championship. I also had Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship because I thought it'd be a great match. It'd be a really good night one, maybe main event or opening match. I got to take AJ Styles out, and I have to bring Roman and CM Punk back in. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, the triple threat again. We just had it, and it was great, right? It was a very good match. Here's the problem. With the current dynamic of things and the way Seth is, and he is the world champion now, I have him versus Roman Reigns. No questions asked. That's going to happen at Mania. That's what you got to do. But because WWE has focused so hard on putting CM Punk in with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, and that's all he's done really since he's been back, I don't know where else to put CM Punk on this card because it's weird to not put him against Seth Rollins in some way. And if you do have Seth versus Punk, where does Roman go? You just got to do the triple threat again, and this time make it for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we are going to do CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Night one main event at WrestleMania 42. That was a roller coaster. I've changed 7 matches and they all intertwine with the other ones, but that's how WWE dynamics have changed, and that's where we're sitting right now. So after Royal Rumble, we'll do it again. We'll see how close we can get on these predictions to what will actually happen at WrestleMania 42. And again, I can't stress enough, I got to pay the bills. Go to the link tree down below. Make sure you click the affiliate links. Any merch from WWE, NBA, NFL, UFC, Walmart, it doesn't matter. They're all in there. Go shop your merch. Check us out. I appreciate it. And that's all I have. We will be dropping a podcast episode in another week. We might be doing the state of the WWE as a whole, and I'm going to bring all kinds of content creators onto that one. So until the next one, we'll see you.